Hello guys, this is Ben with Snake with your Stanley Parable. It's gonna be my first YouTube video about gaming. Kinda got tongue tied a little bit. But anyways, I've never even played this game, not once in my life. I haven't even pressed begin the game yet. Oh, it's cool, look over here. Look at the camera. I mean the fuck I'm sorry. The computer. There we go. It's like, oh, so cool. So then it goes to another computer. It's another computer. Okay, back to the game. Sorry. I got a little into the computer. To another computer. To another computer.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Oh my god.
Orders came to him through a monitor at his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and
in his head you can literally see the
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Check that out.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
What if he actually was made for that job?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
Never.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
What if I don't want to stay out of my office? I mean, but good. I'm getting so tongue-tied. Okay, so I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. That's a good start. Move some stuff over here. Move so fast. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What the hell's the meeting room? Everything looks trash.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
He went to the door on his left. But it's giving me a choice to go to the right. So I think this is a trick. It wants me to go left. But I should go right. I'm outsmarting the game. Let's check over here. No! Oh, come on! Okay, so that's probably not weird at all.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Rip friends. Who's so die? Okay, let's see. have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. That's really creepy. How Stanley doesn't even close the doors, but just close by himself. Oh, I can open that door.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Yes, there is a reason. There has to be a reason. I'm gonna stay in here.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Fudge you, man. Fudge you.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing
Yes!
nothing? Why?
Yes!
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Oh my god. I do what I want.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
I don't like you. Wait, did he just say she? If I told her, no, if I told Stanley to walk past the closet, she would never have gone even in there. So Stanley's a girl? What
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. I don't want to go in there. I'm gonna walk up. Should I walk up? I'm gonna see what's up here, and then I'm gonna go down. Okay, I can't open that door. I'm gonna go downstairs. Because the boss is clearly not here. Or else he would have said something.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Yeah!
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, He imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
What the fuck?
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Oh,
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for it?
wait. You pause the game real quick. What the hell is happening? This game turned out started from like, okay, so this guy in the office, everyone disappears. Big mystery. Now it's like Stanley's questioning if he's on drugs, and why is there a voice in his head, and then why is the voice talking about the voice? What the guys, oh my god. Leave a like and subscribe for this crazy shenanigans that is happening right now. So, back to the game.
Himself. Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
What the
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Stanley is lesbian.
My
His
life
wife.
is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Oh shit, man. Oh poop, man.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be.
What
Can
the
anyone
hell?
hear my voice? Who am I? Who am
What
I?
the Ah!
And everything went black.
What?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
What the
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
What
And
the-
in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind.
What the
I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting
Ah.
to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this
Ah.
man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this. So it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
What the hell? Stanley just died. Stanley just died. I still don't have feet. 427. What the?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Are you kidding me? What? I just passed this. I heard that if you look right here, there's someone that walks. Maybe it's this way. Okay, I'm gonna look at these computers. Okay. What the? It's exact same thing.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered them. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No, you're a stupid ass voice. I don't like you. Stare at this.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I'm gonna stay here. See what it says.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Oh my god,
Really
fine.
worth it. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
There it is. Oh. There's something there. I know it. Something over here too though. Shit, which one do I go? Alright. Leave in the comments. Left, right, left, right. You spam left or right. And that's the first one that I see is the first one that I'm going to take. So I'll look at the comments. And who are the first person to give me orders like Stanley, I'll follow those orders like Stanley. So just type left if I'm gonna go left, right if I'm gonna go right. So like right here it would be left, and this one would be right. Just like put them down for like next time I can know which one, but just by looking at the comments.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Fudge you, man. I don't like you. Warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift is $5,000. But you would be dead. So
Look,
how
Stanley,
good
I
are
think
you?
perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Fuck!
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. everyone thinks you are very powerful.
This guy is hilarious. Oh, what the hell? Whoa, what the? What happened?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
What
decided to
happened?
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, look at the look at it, look at it. Is there a guy? There's no guy. Okay. You hear there's no guy. Okay. Okay. Alright.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley
know.
knew it perfectly
Shut up.
well.
Leave me
Perhaps he
alone.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just
Shut
to
up.
admire it.
I'm going to employee lounge. I'll pass
Wow.
right by it.
Yes, this room.
I have an
but
idea.
eager to get back to business,
so
Stanley
on
took
the
the
left,
first open
there
door
was
on
a
his
bridge.
left.
Under. Should I go this way though? Oh god, no, it's right there. Oh hell no. That sounds hella creepy. I don't want the door to close. It's just a lift. No, I have an idea. I'm gonna stick with my original
Stanley
plan.
was so bad at following
don't
directions, it's
give
incredible he
shit.
wasn't fired years ago.
I'm gonna go right here. See this bridge? I'm gonna land on it.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not
No,
your
I just don't
enemy,
like you.
really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is... What? Really?
I made it.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? What?
Yep.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I
a
really
voice
do
in my
want
head.
to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay, give you a chance. Stop. Okay, I thought that was blood. I swear I heard something.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
So there's a part, huh? But red is bad and blue is good. But I'll trust you
Oh,
this time.
thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Oh. Sketchy. Oh. Nah. What is this? What is this? What is this? Oh my. Okay. I'm gonna. Okay, I'm gonna stop this video here. Tell me in the comments below, left or right. I'm gonna quit the menu. Alright, well, this is it.